Yo, what's going on, everybody? You're listening to another episode of Loud About Nothing. It's me, your boy, the fucking hottest dude in the podcast game, Sebastian Conelli. And as always, per usual, we got the cute boy here himself, Robbie boy. Robbie, say hello to beautiful people.
What's going on, beautiful people?
I'm very excited. We got a fucking star today.
Yeah.
We got a star.
She's sure.
A fucking podcast juggernaut. You know her
Mogul.
Yeah, a mogul. A straight mogul. We got Jeff Bezos himself.
I wish.
Well, you know, the podcast Guys We Fucked. You can see her on social media all over the place. Krishna Hutch. Give it up for Krishna Hutchinson.
Hello.
Also, wait, check out our Patreon. Wait, I fucked up.
Please.
Yeah. Go to our Patreon. Support the Patreon.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
I do group therapy on my Patreon.
Really?
Do you really?
And I'm not a licensed therapist, but it's fun. You just say whatever you want.
Is
You
that
just
legal?
Bitch. Yeah.
You're allowed to
Well, I
call
say
it-
it's therapy in quotes. When I
Okay.
type it, I put it in quotes.
And then you're good.
Yeah.
And people just come with their problems and
Yeah.
they ask for your advice, or it's just like let it
Sometimes they ask for advice. Sometimes they just let it out. It's nice.
out. I've done group therapy a couple of times.
I like it.
That wasn't run through. You're not a licensed therapist.
Correct.
That is same. It wasn't through a licensed therapist.
It's a bunch of people hanging out bitching, but
Yeah.
you know,
100%.
I love it.
Yeah, I've done it a couple of times, and it's cool until there's big personalities.
You're exactly right. Someone takes over, and you're like, ugh.
Someone will start telling a story and be like,
Uh-huh.
all right, Mike, you know,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
heard that before,
Or
Mike.
they're like chiming in on other people's shit, and
Yeah.
you're like, shut the fuck. All right, this is. But I've done like meetings, like not but adult children of alcoholic or dysfunctional families meetings.
Al-Anon.
Yeah, and you
yeah.
can only speak for 2 minutes, and no one can talk about what you said. You just let it out, and I'm like, there is value to that.
Yeah, I've done some meetings too. I don't like them.
You fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but I've done the shittiest meetings of them all, the most embarrassing. Food, Overeaters Anonymous.
That's fucked up. That sucks.
I know.
Some people do food. Some people do pills. Same
I've done
thing.
pills too.
Me too.
Oh, God.
Love pills.
They're
Oh,
so
They're
good.
delicious.
Oh,
They make life
That's
better
so
and they
funny.
make me happy.
Because you'll always say they're delicious too.
Oh, they're
They're
so
Which
delicious.
I would imagine tasteless.
We could never hang out. We would yes and the shit out of each other, one of dead in a ditch.
Wait. What pill did you do?
Adderall.
Oh,
Love
okay.
Adderall.
Did you snort it?
No, I don't like snorting
Come
stuff.
on, grow up. Snort it.
I know. I'm a huge puss. But
Snort it.
Yeah, I can't
Oh,
do that.
God. I liked Percocets.
Yeah? What do they do to you?
Oh, they make you all itchy and
Itchy? Wear the sweater.
the itchy part, it just felt like you were cuddled up and like
Oh.
you'd be like,
Warm hug.
Yeah, it
That's
was
nice.
I was like, I wonder why I'm taking these. And I was like, they're painkillers. They're killing pain.
All your pain is going night-night.
Yeah.
Have you done ecstasy?
Yeah.
I did ecstasy the other night and danced at House of Yes. That was the shit.
Oh,
wow.
That's fun.
You did Molly or ecstasy?
Ecstasy. And then a little Molly.
Good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A tank.
I haven't done Molly or ecstasy in years.
I hadn't either. And I'm like, I forget how fun this is. That's a hug.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But you got to be with the right people. House of Yes
Yeah.
is good for that.
And I was with the exact right people, yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
What was it like, up or down, or what was
It was up. It was an 80s, 90s throwback night.
Yeah,
and it was just, it was great. You felt like you were in a music video.
I love that so much. Yeah. When I did ecstasy, it was just me and a bunch of boys in Staten Island.
That's my nightmare.
All in North Faces and fitteds, just staring at the ground. Be like, I'm so fucking happy. I fucking love you, man. Don't look at me.
No homo, you're great.
Yeah.
Wow.
I like you, but like not that way, bro. You know? Oh yeah, it was really horrible. And then like 2 girls came over and they left instantly.
Yeah, I would have too.
They're this is not a safe environment.
Correct.
In my boy's Phil's basement, we had a lot of good times there. So yeah, I used to snort pills, but then of course after you stop, then you transfer to something else, and then you do food. I go to these OA meetings. It would be like moms, and there was just no dudes I could connect with.
Oh, that sucks.
It was like kind of hard about that.
Yeah.
Like there was no one like 30 years old that's like, oh yeah, I eat too much pizza when I drink beers.
It's just a bunch of neglected wives.
They're like, every story was like, they leave the house for the day and then I snack until they get home.
Oh, that's such a bummer. That would make me eat.
I know.
Yeah.
That would make me go home and eat.
Yeah.
Oh,
And they had all these rules like we couldn't say specific foods.
what?
I know.
Like a trigger? Get triggers?
Yeah. I couldn't say
there's
Twizzlers.
Really? Oh, there's so much value in getting triggered. There's a lot of value in it because it makes you sustainable. It makes you have grit.
Especially with food. What the fuck
Yeah.
are we talking here?
Because you're gonna walk into a store, there's gonna be Twizzlers. You can't run from Twizzlers.
No, every advertisement is food.
Yeah.
It's Burger King, McDonald's,
Yeah.
sandwiches.
What is at the core of overeating for you?
I don't know. Was I talking to you about this the other
little
day?
bit.
I open up sometimes about this, but like for me, I don't even fucking know anymore. You know what? It's that.
Sometimes you overthink it, and you're like, "Who am I? I don't even know where I am." Yeah.
But for me, it's not even enjoying the food. It's like there's this decision, like, will I overeat today or not? And
Right.
it's a fucking battle. I fight, and it's just nice to give in, and so I'm not fighting.
yeah.
So I'm just not fighting anymore for that day. As soon as I give in, I feel like relaxed.
Right. Yeah. And you don't do shame spiral or anything like that?
Nah,
Nice. That's good.
I'm fat. As a fat man, it's easy.
Yeah. I imagine it's a lot easier than being a fat woman.
100%.
Yeah.
I feel bad for fat women.
Yeah, women of all body types get criticized about everything they do all the time. So,
It's brutal.
Yeah.
You get that shit hard on the internet?
for body, no.
I wasn't calling you fat at all.
Right.
Jesus Christ, back
Just like criticism.
No, criticism. Yeah. Not a ton. Honestly, I'm shocked I don't get more.
That's good.
Yeah, that I'm like, am I not putting myself out there enough?
No, you are.
I should be getting bullied way more on the internet. It comes in waves.
It does.
It comes in waves.
I guess you have your like fan base now, so
Yeah,
they like.
and they're great.
Oh yeah, what type of fans?
Just good people that want to. For me and Corinne are very different.
Yeah.
So Corinne gets different fans than I do. Mine
She's
are
more
just
gothy.
like, yeah, gothy and just like very confident, doesn't give a fuck, like loves pop culture, all that. I am trying to figure myself out really hard, almost too much, and I feel like I get a lot of people that also are a little lost at sea, which is good. That's why I do group therapy on my Patreon, because I've read so many books. Oh my fucking God. I've read and listened to so many books. I feel like I have a lot to say about the subject.
What was the self-help book that was the best?
Untethered Soul. The Untethered Soul by Michael Singer.
Okay.
That is across the board. Doesn't matter what your problem is.
Yeah.
And he doesn't say words like trauma. He doesn't say like, he makes it very accessible, and it's just simple. It's just like whenever you feel yourself get riled up, just relax and realize that you are not the thoughts. You are you are the one noticing your thoughts. So that's a game changer.
I've heard that before. Like,
Yeah.
you ignore your thoughts.
Yeah.
You know, like there's someone inside of you.
Your
trying to fight
mind's
you.
going blah, 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 all day long, but that's not you, which
They're
is
not real.
wild.
I know.
It's just trying to fix all your problems. It's like everyone's mind's kind of broken. Like we're all neurotic in a way, and that's all that is neuroses. That's why meditation helps.
What the
It's so
fuck is
boring.
wrong
Oh,
with us?
interesting.
Yeah, meditation is good.
It's really good, and it's like the last thing someone that's like high energy wants to do.
I
You
can't
hate
do it.
Yeah, I mean you
I
can.
can't
It's
sit.
just,
I know. I just sit there and then I'm like, this is making it worse. Now I'm just thinking about. But
Yeah.
I guess you have to get past that part, and then it's like,
Yeah.
all right, then
People
you'll
have
be in a
mantras.
meditative state.
You can, yeah. People do mantras. That's easy, and then you notice yourself thinking, and then you go up back to the mantra, and that's it. Like you're gonna fuck it up the whole time. That's fine. But just sitting in silence for 10 minutes does a world of good.
Yeah, I meditated because this is a little toxic, but the only reason why I started was I was like, Howard Stern does it. I'll fucking do it.
That's not toxic. That's
Yeah, I guess people hate Stern.
oh, I don't. I think
I
he's
don't-
great.
I
think
love
he's
him.
fucking great.
From day
I used to
one.
masturbate to all those videos he did with like chicks on the Sibians and stuff.
Oh my god, we have so much in common.
Yeah, pills, naked chicks.
Yeah. Oh my, they were so hot.
They were.
I wouldn't even need to.
I was like 10. I'm like, what is this?
I know. I've looked up online how much does a Sibian cost.
I have too, but you know what? I got a hack for all the gals. You
Okay.
get a cushion at a sex toy store that looks like it's like a half circle cushion with a slit in the middle that you put a vibrator on, and there you go. It's fucking $50. You're welcome.
Wow.
Yeah.
I would do that. I'm a sex toy guy.
Yeah. Which sex toys?
I have
Fleshlight?
I've bought a fleshlight. I didn't like it. I threw it out.
Oh, you didn't like it?
Nah.
I fingered one before. I'm like, oh, I get. It does pull it in. It pulls it back
It's
in.
a lot of work.
Is
Like kids
it?
in my house in college bought them, and they're like, after once, it's cool. I'm sure the first time, but then you got to clean it, and
Yeah,
like
yeah,
microwave.
yeah.
They would do like
Microwave.
they would microwave it.
So
They would
that's
clean
fucked
it, and
up.
then they would do. It was like
It's probably not good.
hour
Put it in
of
the
prep
dishwasher.
and
You
post.
take the inside and you put it in your dishwasher. That's
I
all
guess
I don't
we had
have a
12 guys
dishwasher.
living in a house. We weren't about to start having the flashlights in the
you
dishwasher.
do. It's a lot of jizz.
It's
Yeah.
hard to manually. I don't have a dishwasher, so just in the
Oh.
sink with the fleshlight.
Yeah.
That's not something you want your roommate walking in on. Yeah, I
No, even my ego. I'm just
Yeah.
like, what the fuck am I doing?
Yeah,
So I
yeah, because when after you masturbate, you're like, I don't want to think about this.
100%.
But then having to clean the thing you just
Immediately
fucked,
after. Yeah.
that's not good.
not good. No, I have a vibrator.
Nice.
I love me my vibrator.
Wait, where do you use it? Your ass?
No, I use it on other people.
Oh, okay.
Or I use it on myself if I'm getting head or some shit.
Oh, that's
I got so embarrassed.
adorable.
No, don't say that's adorable. Don't talk. I like it when I get head.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, if someone put me onto it, it was like,
Wait, you put it on your dick?
yeah, instead
Wow, I
of
never
like
heard of that.
using your someone use their hands,
Right.
you just like put it at the bottom.
That makes sense. Yeah. The body's amazing.
It's truly blew my mind. And I tried a butt plug, but I didn't like that.
Oh, you should try an Aneros. That's this prostate simulator. It's not as
the hook
intimidating. Yeah, but it's little. It's not huge, and you just put it in, and then you either jerk off or you have sex.
It's so funny when you have to
I've
pitch
witnessed.
butt plugs. You're like, it's little, it's tiny, it's very, very, you barely see it.
Guys, I always see guys' eyes like, I'm like, oh, man up.
I know, and I'm sure most of them are fine. They
Yeah.
take huge shits, these dudes.
Exactly.
What are we talking
Anaconda shits, and you
I
can't
know.
put a little tiny thumb up your ass.
Literally, dudes will send a picture of their shit in a toilet bowl, and it'll be like a log. I'm
Men,
sorry.
I love how men don't talk to each other about feelings, but they'll share photos of their poop.
100%. It'll
That's
just be
very
like,
strange.
I've seen all my friends' shits.
No, that's not true.
In high school. Yeah. Robbie's like, come on.
I'm not about.
That's
I don't
gross.
want to receive those, and I don't want to send those.
Yeah.
I think, but if you like, when you met the person, is dictates the relationship.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
like kids I knew, I only have like one friend that I've known since I was a kid now.
Oh, okay.
But like,
Yeah, they all die off, or like you just
They
part
do.
ways. They die off.
they do. Staten Island is not a good
Yeah,
place.
Staten Island is a lot of trouble.
Staten Island, either we can't talk because they party too much or they died.
Yeah. Aw.
It's okay.
Yeah, it happens. It's the way of life.
Yeah,
And then
what-
you just reincarnate as another part of your bro.
You believe in that?
Yeah.
Your many lives, many masters go.
Oh, Dr. Brian Weiss is like, I've read all of his books.
I know a guy that works with them.
Really?
Yeah, I could actually hook you up with them.
Whoa. Yes, please. I
Yeah.
want to take a course at Omega Institute for Holistic Studies with him. He teaches. I did a course with Laura Lynn Jackson, who's a psychic medium.
Oh, wow.
Who talks to dead people. Fucking wild.
And wait.
Wild. And I've
so-
seen her do readings, and you're like, oh fuck. People like don't die. Like they die, their physical bodies die,
Sure.
but they don't die. And you're like, wow.
And do you think you could do that?
I want to, but I've not been able to. There's an exercise you can do where you get, like, you would give me an object of somebody who passed away, and I just kind of sit there, and then whatever comes up, I just say it, even if it sounds stupid. And I did that once with a friend, and the level of accuracy that I had was wild. She was like, I did it when my eyes were closed, and I opened my eyes, and she was like, what? That was all fucking right. And it was like a yellow water. It was very specific stuff. And I'm like, oh shit. I think everybody can have access to it in some way.
Sure. Are you willing to accept that side of you?
Yeah.
Are you open to that?
I am. I'm almost too thirsty for it, which is why I think I can't really access
Sure.
it fully.
As you want it too bad.
Too bad. Way too bad. I want to see aliens too bad. It's never going to
Yeah,
happen. I want to
yeah.
see a ghost too bad. It's
It's
probably not going to happen.
Have you gone to Lily Pond or whatever, Lily Field, upstate New York?
Is that the town with all psychics?
Yeah.
No, but I've heard. I've heard of it. I haven't gone yet.
You should go.
Wait,
I
there's
wanna
a
live
town,
there.
Everybody's a psychic?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, how do you know about this stuff?
You know what?
Are you psychic?
Nah. Here's the thing. My dad grew up Catholic. He would
Okay.
hate knowing I'm talking about. He grew up Catholic, but then he's into this shit,
Nice.
and he won't. If I've
There's
seen
some truth to it. If you have one experience, that could change your whole fucking life.
1,000%, and I've seen he has multiple copies of Many Lives, Many Masters.
Yeah.
And he
It's a life-changing book.
He went and got a past life regression.
Oh.
And I
nice.
called my mother afterwards. I was like, because my dad won't talk to me about it. I go, Ma, how'd it go? And she goes, don't talk to your father. It didn't work. He's very disappointed.
Oh.
He's very disappointed.
That is disappointing. But
It didn't
sometime-
work.
Nah.
So they'll be
Sometimes
honest and be
people
like,
can't remember.
oh, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or sometimes it's like you need to practice. The person receiving needs to like do it a few times in order for
Yes.
it to be like, you to open up in that way.
He should go to a workshop, his workshops.
He would never.
No?
He's Italian from Brooklyn.
He doesn't want to come out of the closet about being in past lives?
He's in the closet forever. He was born of a generation where he cannot believe in that.
Wow. Bless his heart for trying, though, and for going.
And
that's sweet.
He only did it once my grandma died.
Wow. Man, religion and fear.
Isn't that so
They
fucked?
need a divorce. That's so fucking wild.
I know.
Like religion, like the cores of religion can actually be really good and beneficial, but like people fuck it up by like saying, well, you can't say this, you can't believe in this. It's like, oh, fuck off. I just want to be a good person.
I know. What'd you grow up? Did you?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No religion. My mom was
Beautiful.
very severely mentally ill, so we just didn't have time for it. Ain't no church happening when mom's throwing a hammer at you.
Oh my.
Oh.
Jesus.
Not at me, but my brother.
Yeah. He was
Yeah.
the one who got it.
Yeah. He doesn't remember it, though. I'm like, that's what the mind does. It's like, blocks it out.
I know. There's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Kids that don't remember stuff. It's like, that's for your own good.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
literally-
And then you remember when you're 34, and then you cry a lot. And then you go to meetings. So, circle.
I know.
Circle.
It is nice. Wow. I didn't think we were gonna get this.
Yeah, that's just the deepest Sebastian's
God.
I
been.
have very serious subject matters at the front of my brain at all times.
What are you doing to me?
I don't know. I'm just existing.
Wow.
I feel like I don't really believe in a lot of this stuff.
So
I don't
you've
know
never
if it's
had, like, an
because
experience?
no, I don't know. How should I open up to this?
Well, I do recommend reading Many Lives, Many Masters because that
Okay.
was written. It's all about one patient, and it was written by a Harvard psychiatrist or a Yale psychiatrist. He either went to Yale and taught at Harvard or vice versa. But he was just doing hypnosis, and he accidentally stumbled upon it. So he
Okay.
was like, "Wait, what the fuck is that?" Like he was very doubtful. He's very science based. He's very by the book kind of guy, and he accidentally discovered it. But you know, throughout the book, there's like this crazy proof. Basically, the woman's symptoms went away. So
Okay.
she's like, regardless of if this is total bullshit, the proof is in the pudding. The proof is in her symptoms went away, and that's all. That was the goal of therapy. But the other thing is, the doctor had some very personal life events happen to him, kind of right before he started seeing this patient. And in one of the regressions, she recalled everything that's ever happened, like everything that had happened to him. It was a very intimate, like he lost a child, but he didn't tell anybody because it was a baby, and he wasn't going to tell his patients that. So he was like, there's no way she could have known that.
Interesting.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Very compelling.
Yeah.
I have it in the living room.
Yeah. You should borrow it.
No,
Yeah.
leave it there. It's a thirst
Okay.
trap.
Yeah.
It's a thirst.
It's a thirst trap, bro.
You like witchy chicks. Yeah. They're gonna go if a chick comes in your home who's read that book and sees it, they're gonna go, it's a sign.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just
Well,
leaving
that's
signs all over.
manipulative then.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you can read it. It's good.
Yeah, maybe I will, because I don't really know what anything is.
Yeah.
I think that's
Like,
Ever?
what is it? Are we in a simulation? I don't know what.
Are we in
like,
a
I don't have
simulation?
any answers.
No
to-
clue.
Yeah.
That I have
it
no
also
answer to.
doesn't matter.
I guess none
It
of it
doesn't.
matters.
Nothing
so-
matters.
Anyone that freaks out
Why
about
not
the
believe in it?
simulation, like, who cares?
Yeah.
But one thing I will say, getting in all this past life shit and ghosts, I am so not afraid of death.
Really?
I don't give a fuck. I'm excited to die. I don't want to die now.
Yeah.
No, but like we all get to find out what happens when we die once, and I think that's really cool.
I read like Marcus Aurelius, like
Who's that?
Meditations. He's the last great Roman Empire, right?
Oh,
like
nice.
that sort of bullshit. Usually I
Okay.
talk about like corny shit on this podcast. I think we talked about Target last week.
Target's important to talk about sometimes. Yeah.
So I read that, and he says dying is the most human thing a person could do.
Yeah.
Like, and so like that put me at ease a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I think we're all looking for like, what's one thing we could connect to that put us at ease around this?
Oh, that's all I'm looking for all day.
I used to have panic attacks as a kid,
Oh.
thinking about dying.
Really?
Well,
you should do a past life regression.
I would be so nervous.
It's just hypnosis. Hypnosis is very focused concentration. That's all it is. You're not out. No one's going to touch you and you're not going to know.
Yeah.
You're very much in control. It's like having a dream during the day, but you're also awake and aware that you're in a hypnosis.
Do you have a past life?
Yeah, I've done a couple.
What were they?
One of them
If you
was...
wouldn't mind, is
No, I
that-
don't care. The first one I did... I have mommy issues, like really struggled with my mom's mental health and, you know, coming to terms with it and going, oh, it's not me this whole time. It was you, bitch. So that's where I'm at now.
That's a good place to be.
Yeah, it's a great
It
place.
sounds, the one thing I know about her, it sounds like
Yeah.
it was her fault.
Yeah. It was mental illness though. So you're like,
Of
I
course.
want to get mad at you, but I feel bad for you. a
When you realize that they're a person.
yeah, and everyone tries their best. It's just their best. Sometimes your best sucks.
Sure.
But this one life, all of a sudden, you go into a deep hypnosis for like 30 minutes. I'm in a this woman guided me through like a garden, and I'm sitting, and everything I love is there, and people I love are that. You're like so fucking relaxed. It's blissful. Yeah. And then you walk into a hallway, and I remember I smelled. She told me I was in a hallway, and I smelled it. I saw the colors. Like I saw it right away. It was very specific. You know the book Goodnight Moon?
Of course.
That was the color scheme. It was very like dark orange, like burnt oranges, like I don't
dark green.
Yeah, like really beautiful.
Yeah, I love that color scheme.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, that's interesting. And I know I didn't make it up because we walked in and I saw it. And I'm like, oh wow, like I wasn't like it's gonna be good. I haven't thought about that book in years.
Yeah.
So anyway, I walked in front of a door and I opened it. And then she's like, all right, you're just going to be in a scene in one of your lives. Pick any door and go. And I was in the middle of the woods. I had a burlap hood and cape. And it was like, it was in the winter-ish. It was like cold out. And then the sun was almost set, but not fully set. So the woods were like dark blue, but like you could see through the trees. Oof. Anyway, it was very like potent. I smelled it. I felt it. It was really cool. And I was going to this guy's house who for some reason I just knew was I had a boyfriend for 7 years. It was him. It wasn't him, but it was him, but in a different configuration.
Spirits travel together.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we had a very deep connection, him and I. So I was like, oh, I'm going to this guy Steven's house. And but he's not Steven, he's someone else. He's some old man. And he was selling me poison to kill my mom, who was my mom in this lifetime. I was 16, and I just knew if I didn't kill her, she was going to kill me. So I was like, I don't want to do this, but I have to do this. I'm like, whoa, that was all that I got. But I was like, what the fuck? That's crazy.
That's truly fucking crazy.
Yeah.
And what do you do after did you go get lunch?
Well, she makes you journal. You journal about it.
Oh, you journal. Thank God.
You just write it down. I wrote it down.
You can't send someone out into the world after that moment.
I definitely did. But like, I get like, when I go to the movie, I love going to the movie theater. I love seeing a movie in the theater. But one thing that happens to me is I'm like, I don't know if there's like a condition or what, but I feel like I'm in the world of the movie for the next hour. Like when I leave the theater and I'm in New York, I'm like, oh, we gotta watch out for the bag. Like I'm just like, it's weird, but I kind of like it.
Yeah.
It's fun.
I used to when I was a child, I would like pretend to be Spider-Man.
Yeah,
jump off a curb.
I do that now.
Yeah. I mean, that's fun.
So fun.
You might as well fucking live fun.
Yeah, that's my motto.
Yeah,
that's why I love pills.
That's why you're doing ecstasy.
Yeah.
What was last night?
A couple nights ago. I did
a couple
ecstasy.
nights ago. It wasn't a Monday night.
It was a Friday night.
Thank God.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, you gotta rest and reset.
I love that so much. Yeah, I guess I'll look into it. It seems
can't hurt. It's not gonna be scarring.
So like a guy comes to like a Sweet 16 and does hypnosis. Is that a similar?
That's creepy.
That's
creepy.
Not like
that's
no,
like,
he's
that's like a pedophile.
No. He's like hired. No, he's hired. He's hired. He's like a hired.
He's hired by who?
I'm like my one friend had a
Let me
hypnotist at his
hypnotize these
graduation
16-year-old
party.
girls.
At like I guess that is creepy.
Yeah.
I guess
it was more.
I love watching you find that out.
Like a graduation party. I think there was a hypnotist. It was like there was like at a hall type of. All right, now this is the magician. This is like an adult
like in
magician.
Vegas, they do shows where it's just like some fucking douchebag hypnotist.
So that's not because seemed more like meditate. Like he'd had like this like ocean, and everybody has to listen to that, and you're like trying to get to that meditative state. And it worked on a few people, I guess, where he was controlling them.
It's hard though in that environment, getting hypnotized on stage in front of people. At, like, someone's Sweet 16, like. You're just not. You have to be like really relaxed.
Okay.
But it's a marriage of deep relaxation and like hyper focus. It's a very odd combo.
I gotta try it.
Interesting.
You should try it.
You just gotta let yourself go.
Just be open to whatever your experience is.
I allow myself to open up.
Good.
And then I get really scared that I'm too open.
It's scary being open.
Yeah.
But then you just go, I'm scared, and then stay open.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. There's times I've been in like a therapy and like years ago, my therapist was like just stay in that emotion. Stay in 7 minutes. It'll be gone. Just stay there.
It's a tide.
Yeah,
it's a wave. Yeah. It's wild though because it really feels like it's not gonna go away.
I know. It's like
that's why I love pills.
Yeah, I know.
Love pills.
Have
so
you done
much.
like mushrooms or
yeah.
Yeah, it's the same thing. It's like this will never end, and it always ends.
It always ends.
It always ends, and it's the one horror story you hear that it doesn't.
Oh, the mushroom trip?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Bullshit.
I had one bad trip on mushrooms where I met a guy in the ER, and he was the head nurse, though. I was there with my friend who fainted on mushrooms. That's why we were there.
Oh.
And this guy looked like Johnny Depp in Pirates of the Caribbean. Like he was like a pirate-looking motherfucker, and he was the head nurse. And he had his fingers bent. With his one hand, his fingers were bent back like candy canes. And I was like, "What the fuck?" And he had jewelry on. He had all this shit. I'm like, "Who the fuck is this
you
guy?"
on shrooms in the ER.
No, I wasn't on shrooms yet. I met
you
him.
took shrooms after meeting this man.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
a sign.
Yeah. I met him. I'm like, "Who the fuck are you? I need
Yeah.
to know who you are." And he explained that he was a former child soldier, and that's why
What
his
does
fingers
that
were
mean?
bent back. I forget what country he said he was from, but his fingers were bent back like torture and like a torture event, and all this shit. And he like grows his own. But one of the things that really caught my eye was he grows his own mushrooms, and I was like, really? And we went to Roosevelt Island like months later, right before the pandemic. Like it was March 1st, 2020.
Yeah.
And we did them, and I had done mushrooms before, and I liked it a lot. But these were. When I opened my eyes, everything was a cartoon, and when I closed my eyes, everything was a cartoon. And I started scream crying in the middle of Roosevelt Island.
No.
And he was like, "I don't feel comfortable being around a girl like scream crying like this."
Yeah, it was
And
just
we
the
went
two
home.
of you.
Yeah. So we took a cab home, and I scream cried for like 8 hours.
Damn, I'm
was
so
bad.
sorry.
Yeah.
Oh,
it was
wow.
bad. I felt like $1 million afterwards.
Of course you do, because
But-
you push yourself through like
Trauma.
Yes.
Yeah.
I did the first time I did shrooms. I did way too many.
Oh no.
I was 17.
Oh.
And I just
babe, you're such a
took
baby.
so many. I took like a quarter ounce.
Ooh.
I didn't even fucking know what I was doing. I know, because I was just like fake tough kid from Staten Island.
Oh, no. Staten Island makes boys do crazy shit.
I know. And me and my friend were sitting there, and we just took all these shrooms. And I remember, I was just like crying, and I was like, we were outside and we had nowhere to go, so we were just sitting on the curb on Highland Boulevard, which is just a huge like busy street.
Oh.
And I just said, "Can I just please call my mother? I'm sure that she'll just forgive me tomorrow. Like I just want to go home."
Yeah.
But we went to Applebee's instead.
That's equally scary.
Chicken quesadilla was pretty
Nice.
good.
Half
Yeah.
price after 9 p.m. That's good.
100%. I
Yeah,
used to
yeah.
work at Applebee's.
A bunch of my friends in high school used to.
Oh really?
Yeah, we used to go after 9. Half
Oh.
price apps.
It was like it's a good spot for kids.
That was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
For like the diner or Applebee's was like the
Diner.
place.
Yeah. We used to smoke in the diner. Oh my god, I used to pretend I loved
Cigarettes
smoking.
or weed?
Cigarettes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I was in high school, but I was like,
Oh yeah.
like
yeah.
I thought it was so cool.
You had to.
I mean, it is cool.
Yeah.
To smoke at a diner is cool.
Smoking is smoking. Yeah, it's very cool.
Smoke. Do you think?
Smoking is cool.
Do you think like young kids are like vaping is cool? Like
They probably think so, which I'm like,
not cigarettes.
you look like a douche.
I know.
Smoke a real cigarette like a grown ass person.
I know. Would you smoke?
Would I smoke?
What did you smoke?
American Spirits, the orange.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Good
Thank
for
very
you.
much.
That's
Thank
real. That's real.
Yeah.
Did you ever smoke cigs?
No.
Never in high school?
No. I smoked when I was drunk in college a few times. I didn't even know how to
What's
inhale
like the-
smoke until I was this year.
What's the most interesting thing about you?
The most interesting thing about me.
Yeah, I want to know.
I don't know. Like I said, I quit
pretty
my.
fucking tame so far.
I'm pretty fucking tame. I don't know what the most interesting thing. I guess that I had like a finance job that I quit. I'm like, I'm done with
So
corporate America.
Oh,
Interesting.
that's it.
And I'm done. I'll never
you
go back
quit.
to corporate America.
I'm gonna be a
and
Loud
I'm
About
like,
Nothing
I'm doing a lot
podcast.
about. Yeah, I guess
Fuck
that's like.
Fide-eye.
Yeah, I lived in Fide for 6
Wow.
years, and I was like, I was like done very
do
early
cocaine?
on. I mean, very loosely.
What does that mean?
Like, I've done cocaine 10 times.
Oh, okay.
In my
Okay, so
life.
it wasn't like heavy use.
No, I didn't. I was like pretty sheltered as a kid, I would say.
Oh, okay.
Like I was afraid to smoke a cigarette because
yeah.
my life was good. My parents were like, they
Yeah,
got
your
me everything I
parents.
wanted, and if I
That's
didn't
great.
have it, yeah.
That's
So
nice.
it's like, all right, if I smoke, then they're gonna get mad, and then
right.
I'm just gonna just
See,
create.
this is you're making me appreciate my traumatic childhood because it makes you an interesting person.
That wasn't cool. Yeah, no, I wasn't.
He likes Toy
I wasn't
Story.
cool. I liked I wasn't cool. I didn't
Your favorite
get it.
character is Woody.
Yeah, I mean, of course, that was like, I would say,
Just run of the mill. The Red Ranger for Halloween. That's nice. That's
Yeah.
nice.
nah. I wasn't
Wait, and you
Power
probably
Ranger
feel
kid.
good
Power Rangers,
inside.
maybe even too violent.
Wow.
That's where we were at. But no, I don't think that that's like necessarily good. Like, I don't know.
It is what it is.
I don't know. It is what it is.
I'm fascinated.
Also,
by
you
people
can't
that-
like do that. That bubble bursts.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
it bursts at a later time in life. I would say. So that,
Sure, but your brain's
Picture-
more developed.
which is good. Yeah, for sure. I would much rather it have bursted when it did than when when I was a kid, obviously. But it's still hard when it bursts, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now he smokes so much weed.
Now I smoke weed every day.
Love weed. Yeah.
And
I discovered weed. Yeah, I would say this year, and now I just smoke weed every day. Don't have a job.
You're having a love affair with weed. Oh, what a
I'm like,
pothead.
I was the
You're a
opposite.
great pothead.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, like
he just listens to Bad Bunny and puts on a safari
Oh,
hat.
that's nice.
And dances.
Out from under the table.
I mean, yeah,
That's great.
but
It is
I don't
fun.
know.
Good for you.
Yeah, my parents were nice. That my mom was just very dramatic.
Yeah. How so?
So like when I got caught with cigarettes,
Uh-huh.
rather than talk to me, she found the cigarettes and she took my Dare shirt. She folded it on the bed.
Fucking
and,
liar.
And placed the cigarettes on top of it and just waited for me to come home and see it. Be like, you made a promise.
I hate when parents hold you to that promise of I'll never do drugs.
Oh my God.
So lame.
I know, yeah.
And that's not bad. That's
No, my
that's
parents,
sweet.
Yeah, they were sweet. If Staten Island was fucked, it
Yeah.
wasn't them.
What was fucked about Staten Island? Because I don't really know much about Staten Island. Has a lot of psychics, and Long Island and Staten Island. I've been to a psychic on Staten Island.
Teresa Caputo?
She's the Long Island medium.
Of course.
Yeah.
Of course. Do you like her? No.
I love her. I think she's
love her?
great. Yeah.
Is she real or fugazi?
I have no idea, but she seems legit.
She seems fun.
When you look at the reactions of the people she reads, and they're like, "What the fuck? My dad's here," and you're
Yeah.
like, "That's not fake. It doesn't seem fake anyway."
Yeah, I feel you. People aren't that good actors.
And I'm also I think the key to all this shit, like past all this, you have to be open to it being people being full of shit. Like they might be full of shit, they might not. You take everything with a grain of salt.
Of course, some people are good at their job, some people are bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, what was fucked up about Staten Island?
It was a lot of toxic masculinity.
Yeah.
A lot of like dudes pretending that we're tough or like not allowing to feel any emotions. We would like sit in a circle and smoke blunts, and no one would admit they're high. Because like it couldn't affect us. I was like 15 years old, just
Holy
smoking like
shit.
6 blunts in a row, like eyes shut, just being
Be
like,
I would have barfed everywhere, and I'm a stoner. Oh my god.
we would literally wear gas masks in like attics, just holding all the smoke in. Like
Wow.
if someone didn't inhale properly, you fucking pussy, you're not gonna be able to smoke with us no more.
Wow.
It was like
It's culture.
so aggressive.
But your household wasn't like that?
Beautiful household.
I wonder if all these boys came from these beautiful households, and they're like, I need to be tough in my weed
There's a
circle.
lot of dads that want to be tough.
Yeah, I remember like CYO basketball. Dads, I was like 10. We would score like 12 points the whole game. Dads would be throwing chairs, getting kicked out of like Holy Child.
Oh my god.
Because their son
problem.
didn't get a foul called on them. Your son didn't make a shot the whole game, okay?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
Your kid's bad at
the
basketball.
kid's bad at
But
basketball.
it's just the pride of like any in that you could have.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
God.
it was like a lot of like union workers and cops.
Yeah,
and like
that's
that.
exhausting. A lot of firefighters.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And my dad was a principal, so he was very
Oh, shit.
in the city, and it was like he dealt with like real kids, like
Yeah.
in the Lower East Side in the 80s and 90s.
Oh fuck.
So it was like he came home and he was like, "Life is hard. We have a good life here."
Oh,
you know, like
that's nice.
He was so beautiful. And he was a musician. I also did musical theater.
Oh, that's great. I love musical theater. I also did musical theater.
You
It's
did?
great. Yeah, yeah.
What was
yeah.
your favorite part?
I was a whore in Once Upon a Mattress.
The best part?
Yeah.
The whore in
Yeah.
Once Upon a Mattress.
Yeah. She had a name, but she was literally like the slut
Yeah.
with the tits hanging out. I'm
Oh.
like, sweet, thanks.
Isn't it so fucked how like they let kids like be like, "Oh, show your tits."
Yeah, but I loved it at the time. But
You
looking
did?
back, it's so fucked.
Was
yeah,
this
but,
high school?
yeah. High school theater was just a bunch of horn dogs.
No
And then
one
they
realized.
change
Yeah.
in front of each other, and you're like, oh, it's game over.
The ass people get in High School Musicals is insane from each other.
Yeah.
Just like
Much more than band.
yeah.
Because you change backstage. Like, it's just, you
It's
can be
open.
naked in front of anybody.
Oh God, I loved it.
I loved it too.
Oh God, the amount
Yeah.
of blowjobs I got in the
So
many
stairwell
blowjobs.
behind.
Yeah.
I got a hand job. I never did a play. I met a girl
this
one
is
time
why.
after soccer practice. I like went to behind in the curtains. I
Was
got
she
a
like,
hand job.
wait, let me give you a hand job?
I guess we were making out, and she was just like, "All right." And I'm like, "All right, let's do that." Sure.
I don't mind it.
That's adorable. Yeah.
I think a
Yeah.
hand job's beautiful. I've sucked
I've-
that.
yeah, for me too.
Yeah. But their kids are so horny in the high school plays.
Yeah.
It was kind of, as being one of the only straight guys in my high school that did the plays.
You probably got all the ass.
It was amazing for like
Yeah.
a fucking chubby dude that didn't get good grades. It was
Yes,
just like,
right. Yeah. I'm so loved and welcomed.
I know. It was just like, because I also played football, so everyone's like, I
Nice.
can't believe that he's here.
Meanwhile, the football players were probably like, I can't believe that he's here.
Oh yeah, I had one coach, Coach Ciadella, and I'll name him. Fuck you, bro. I fucking hate you. I hate him.
What'd he do?
He would just call me fat and make me run in circles for hours. Run in circles, and he would go, "I'm gonna go take a shit," and then he would go inside, take a shit, and then literally come out with his pants down, peep out. You still running? Like just pants around his ankles, underwear.
Whoa.
He was like all like, "I own you."
Whoa, that's fucked. Did any of your teachers get in trouble for fucking a student?
Nah.
We had a lot.
No. I don't think so.
Did you find any teachers hot?
Yeah, I tried. Once in middle school. And I was like, brace it, like awful. My mom waxed my eyebrows off, and like I had no eyebrow. It was awful, and I was in
for the
love.
time.
It was a lot. My mom had tremors, so her hands shook, and I asked her to wax my eyebrows, and she should have said no, but she fucking said yes, and just psh, and they came off. But yeah, I was in love. In love. I don't think I've ever felt so strongly about anybody's.
Then you're a teacher in middle school.
Yeah, seventh
History
grade.
teacher?
English teacher. I was 12.
Wow.
12. Like
what book caught you?
Yeah, what was the book?
A book. I didn't read
Like,
books.
what were you reading?
It was him.
What made him
It wasn't like
so...
The Outsiders.
I don't even know. I don't even know. But I would write his initials on my notebook. I was obsessed.
Do you think he knew?
There's no way he didn't know.
Yeah.
I tried so hard to like get him to molest me, and he just didn't. I wanted him to so bad.
What was your move as a 12-year-old with the English teacher?
I would sit like this.
No!
He'd be over here. I would sit like this. I swear, 12. 12.
Oh my
Fucked
God.
up. I was never touched as a kid that I know of, but yeah, it was wild.
Wow.
And I would go home. I would hate the weekends because I'm like, I can't see him. Yeah, it was bad.
Wow. Did you find out he was married, or did you?
Yeah, he was married with a kid. That didn't deter me.
Sure.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
Were you like motivated to do well in the class?
Oh, I got straight A's.
Wow.
I went from when I moved from Virginia to Pennsylvania. That was my first year in Pennsylvania is where I met him. But I went from getting like C's and D's to straight A's. That's what made me join theater. He was the director. I joined track because he was the coach.
Wow.
Really motivated me.
We need more hot teachers.
Yeah.
Hot teachers make great students.
Yes. For boys and girls, across the board, 100%.
It should be an interview and then a looks stand up.
Yeah.
Let me see.
When you're in love with the teacher, your grades will skyrocket. They'll skyrocket because you'll do anything to impress them.
We need more people in STEM. We need more hot math teachers.
Yeah.
That's it.
I agree.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. There was a couple teachers that I thought were beautiful, but I was there's no way. There was just no fucking way.
You didn't like fall for any of them?
No.
Yeah, from afar.
I don't think
just
I
stare at them as they
fell
talk.
in love till I was in my 20s.
Oh, that's nice. That's good. Love is distracting. When you're in school, it's really distracting.
Oh yeah. Were you in love in college too?
Yeah. I had my first boyfriend. Thumbs down.
Thumbs
but
down.
he was 19. I was 16.
Okay.
And
That's allowed, right?
it's allowed, I think.
Yeah.
In Pennsylvania, is it allowed?
Some places maybe not.
It's borderline, but I liked it. He was bad the whole time. He like cheated on me the whole time, and I was like, "How could he do this?" And everyone was like, "He's cheating on you." I'm like, "You're just jealous because I'm in love," and they were right. And then I met a guy that was he found out he cheated on me. I messaged his bandmate, and out of spite, and I was like, "Fuck you! I'm gonna make you hurt the way you made me hurt." And then I dated his bandmate. We ended up falling in love. Dated for 3 years. Lovely man.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah, spite will make you do a lot of stuff.
Yeah. I feel you. I hate that. But it also hurts you.
Yeah.
It really to like hook up with someone out of spite.
Yeah. Well, it ended up going well in that instance.
Yeah.
But that's the only time spite ever worked for me.
So I have a question. So, a lot of guys have like red flags. What do you think the easiest red flag for a guy to fix is? Like
for a guy to fix it himself?
Yeah, the easiest thing to fucking fix. Like,
be present. Put your fucking phone down when we're sitting on the couch.
Amazing. Just be with
Be
you.
there. Be in the room when you're together.
Wow. Yeah. Cause
so simple.
So you're a quality time person.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's interesting because the phone isn't acceptable, but the TV is.
Yeah. It is.
So if it's the phone is a group activity, then we're fine.
Yeah. I got playing like a game or something. Or like, I got to show you something on my phone.
I got to show you something.
Yeah, for sure.
Just being in your phone looking.
Yeah, like I say that, I'm comfortable saying that here, but like if I'm with somebody and they have their phone out, I'm not going to say anything because I'm not going to be like not gonna fucking tell you what to do, but
Totally.
it is annoying. You know what I mean? So it's like this balance of like, you just say it on a podcast and hope everybody hears you.
There's one person that we're hoping.
There's a couple, but I think it's because I started noticing. Once I started noticing, like, why are we're hanging out, like, with friends, doesn't matter who.
Sure.
And we're all on our phone, like, my family, like, we're all hanging out all on our phone. Like, this fucking blows. Like, this is the opposite of connection. What the fuck? And then that made me, I'm like, well, if I put my phone away, but then no one else noticed because they were on their phone, so I'm just sitting there dilly-dallying like an asshole, just looking up.
I know.
And everyone's on their phone.
I saw my uncle playing Candy Crush.
Yeah, I love
Wait,
Candy
really?
Crush.
I see him
Like at Thanksgiving?
6 times a year.
Like at the table?
Oh, wow.
I gotta play Candy Crush.
Yeah.
I called him. I go, all right. And I'm not great with my phone, but
Yeah.
at least I'm talking to people.
Right.
At least I'm engaged. I'm the only single person at Thanksgiving.
Right,
At least
right.
I'm engaging with some people.
Yeah.
He's crushing. He's buying.
Crushing candy.
Yeah. What are we doing?
Buying boosters.
Yeah. I mean, I think I also like podcasts and like performing because like, I don't look at that shit.
Yeah, it's awesome. That's why I love driving. Love driving.
Oh, me too.
Fucking love driving. I love playing piano. I love driving. I love anything.
You play piano? Me too.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
That's so cool. What do you play?
What do I play?
Yeah, do you classical or you play?
A little bit of classical, but I read sheet music, so I do like a lot of pop, a lot of I have like Nora Jones,
Oh, that's
samba,
fun.
stuff. Yeah.
You got good arc. I already saw.
Yeah, I got.
Oh, look at the veins on those hands.
Yeah.
You work it hard.
Uh-huh.
That reminds me of maybe my first crush was my piano teacher.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, that's what you always
And you
said.
get to sit next to her on the bench.
Behind me.
Oh.
Boobs on back. Boobs on back.
Wait. Okay, I've taken a lot of piano lessons.
Straddle me. She would stand behind me and
And
put
her
her arms
titties?
like around me.
I think you both got molested. You didn't know. You were by the hypnotist and you by your piano teacher. Maybe.
No, I was like 6.
Okay.
I was like a small, little, tiny.
Oh, okay.
boy.
You were
I was
little
They would put
Sorry.
like your hands on. I took piano lessons from like a young age also, and I feel like she would put your hands on your
That never
hands to
happened to
make
me.
you play.
My piano teacher sat right next to me on the bench the whole time. But
Interesting.
I mean, that was her method. I don't know. I've only taken piano from 2 teachers, and they both did that. But
Yeah.
that's just 2 teachers.
I think as I got older, it was the next two. But in the beginning, when you're
Yeah.
like real small, it was the
Yeah,
above.
when you're like a little kid. I started lessons at like 9, so I was a little older.
Okay,
no,
yeah,
so
I was
4.
little, and she would smoke cigarettes. It would smell like cigarettes, and the tits would be on my back. And
This is sexuality.
100%. And I was like, I love music. I love music.
I want the music in me. Oh, it feels so good.
And my mom, I don't know. I think something's in him. He loves music. Oh God, yeah. She showed me Eminem for the first time. She was like, "Oh,
The rapper Eminem?
yeah."
Oh,
She was like
Eminem.
such a cool person
Wow.
too. Like I was like 10, and she's like, "You should check this out."
Whoa.
And she's like, "Let's play Billy Joel and Ray Charles." And
oh,
like,
shit. She was cool.
oh God, I still jerk off to her.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah, Jackie.
Her range and taste is really impressive. That's
Oh
nice.
God, and she would eat pasta. She would come over, put her tits against my back, and then we eat a family dinner together. I love you, Jackie.
Beautiful.
Yeah, she was
That's great.
amazing.
Have
yeah.
you looked her up?
Nah.
Yeah, leave it be.
Yeah.
Yeah, leave it in the memory.
100. Because have you looked people up from your past and be like, not what I remember?
I haven't because I'd rather not know.
You
I'd
don't
rather
want-
the fantasy.
The English teacher, you don't want to know.
No, I don't want to know.
No.
Really? You never did a quick Google?
Nah, I mean, I stayed in touch with them since, when I went to college. I was still like email and stuff, and I'm like, I need
wow.
to.
Oh,
it was
wow.
wild. You know what? Now that I think about it, I wonder if I ever had a past life with him or something. Because I seriously swear to God, never felt that way about another person before. Or since.
Yeah. You were instant connection.
Oh, I was in love.
Twin souls.
In love.
But only you were aware.
Yes. Well, he had to have known. A 12-year-old sitting like this the whole time, like,
Yeah.
yeah, it was bad.
Yeah, I like driving too because it brings you have to like be in the moment.
You have to be in the moment, and you can't think about yourself. Like you have to. I like activities where your mind's not like, did I do that right? Or, oh, what the fuck's my problem? You know what I mean? I'm always so neurotic.
Yeah.
You gotta quiet
Especially you
that.
talk a lot.
Yeah.
You're always. It's like, oh, I say so much shit, and
Yeah,
I
I'm
am
so sick
repeating
of myself.
and
I have a lot of
know.
like, I have like anxiety, and I get depression.
Yeah,
I'm like, I don't
yeah.
want to fucking think about that. That's why instrument, driving, it's great.
Sure, yeah. Do you sing when you play the piano?
Yeah.
Are you a good singer? Or?
Yeah, pretty good. I used to do musical. I almost majored in musical theater, but I ended up not
Oh.
because you had to get up at like 7 a.m. 5 days a week. Marymount Manhattan College. They had a very rigorous.
Oh, that's cool.
I mean, a lot of their motherfuckers are on Broadway, so it worked. But I'm like,
Yeah,
that's not for me.
I went to Manhattan College.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I didn't want to do. I stopped doing music and musical theater when I went to college. I got so sad.
Oh, yeah.
Because I was like, oh, I have no expression.
Yeah.
It was like the one thing I was like, oh, I don't have anything in my life that is like, I'm like being out there.
Yeah.
What'd you go to school for?
Acting. Got a BFA in acting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow. So you really explore traumas.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Got a lot of pain. A lot of pain in here.
You cry.
Very accessible. Cry every day.
Oh, my
Every fucking
God.
day. Yeah.
Honestly, like BFAs, those people that did acting schools, I taught at an
So
acting
traumatized.
school
Oh,
for
nice.
a moment. It was fucking horrible.
Yeah.
I hated every second
What?
of it.
How'd you get qualified to teach?
I'm an improv teacher.
Oh, nice.
So I would go teach, and it was like the fun class.
That is a fun one.
And everyone would walk in, rubbing each other's backs. They'd all be like, no shoes on.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. I just like, I couldn't do it though. The people were too.
Did they suck at improv?
Yeah, but they were also too in their feelings. They were just coming from like movement class,
Right.
and there was one teacher that they would always talk about, like would make them sit alone in front of everyone and would scream at them till they cried.
Oh, yeah. That happened to me. My first ever class at
Insane.
Marymount.
That's such
My
a
professor
wild
would
career.
scream. She goes, if you're early, you're on time. If you're on time, you're late. If you're late, you're fired. No fucks about it, she would say. And then a girl would come in a minute late, and this woman would scream at her in front of everybody, and it was awful. And then one time, I was never late. That like changed how I show. Like when I was texting, I don't know who runs this account, who I was messaging on Instagram, but I was like, I'm gonna pull up at 1, and then I'll be there at like 1:03 or whatever.
Yeah.
From that fucking teacher, that professor fucked me up with time.
Oh my God.
But I once had a mime putting a very delicate gold necklace on. I had to mime it. I had to unclasp it and put it on, and she would scream at me, "You're lying! You're lying! You're lying!" And I started having a fucking panic attack. And she goes, "Shh, no one do anything. Keep going. And I was like, and she's like, "This is amazing. This is amazing." I'm like, "This is torture." It was wild.
Do you think she would go home and she'd be like, "How was your day, honey? I broke a child."
Yeah.
Well, that's what it is.
100%.
Yeah.
You know what though? I kind of respect it. I like
do?
it. Yeah, it like broke me, but I'm like, put myself back together.
Yeah. But these kids would show up to my improv class just completely broken.
Oh.
And I'd just be like, okay, you're going to be 2 firemen, but you're at a grocery store. Okay, go ahead. It was so stupid.
And they would just make any scenario really dramatic and sad.
1,000%.
Oh, it sucks.
Oh, because it wasn't even improv comedy. Like,
No.
were you teaching
Yeah, 'cause
comedy?
improv can
it's-
be anything.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was just
'cause you're
teaching,
doing
like,
acting improv.
How to
Yeah.
improvise.
Yeah,
like if
yeah.
you're on set, like
Right.
how to be a character and improvise on top of that.
Yeah.
It wasn't comedic at all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I would just sit there and I would
suck.
literally be just drinking my coffee with a hoodie on and be like, all right, good job.
Fuck, I want to teach improv. That sounds
Oh,
awesome.
God. Some classes are very easy to
I would
teach.
love to be a teacher. I
I-
would love to be a teacher.
You can be.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have a
need
BFA.
degree? Yeah.
I went to school for engineering and dropped out.
Oh.
I'm teaching improv.
At a college?
Not anymore, but
Okay.
I've taught at I've subbed NYU classes and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
No.
No?
No.
I want to shape the youth.
They're 18
Inspire
year
'em.
olds, 19-year-olds.
Inspire them.
Yeah.
The Tish NYU youth, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
Fucking smarty youth.
Yeah. I got that.
A lot of smart motherfuckers came from NYU.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. My dad went there.
Nice.
And my mom.
Wow. Is that when they met?
No, they met at probably why I love Christmas so much is they met at a Christmas party.
Aw.
My dad was playing the guitar and singing, and my
Aw.
mom saw him and wrote down, "I met the man I will marry" in a journal.
Wow. You know what? I've heard of that happening a bunch. Like when people just know.
It
and
doesn't
then
happen anymore though.
I've seen it happen.
Recently?
Yeah. I've like recently married couples. I'll ask about when they met, and then one of them would say that. Like I just knew. I'm like, so then I guess if I don't feel that when I'm dating somebody, it's not gonna work out. I don't know.
Nah, I don't
Yeah,
believe
but
in
also
that.
some people I think may think that they're gonna marry the person, and
True.
then
They
it
might
doesn't goes
idolize.
away. They're like, oh, I
they
met the
learn
person I'm
about
gonna
them.
marry, and then it's like, no, then they break up in 6 months.
Yeah, because you always say that before you really get to
some
know
people.
someone.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that about every girl I meet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Like
Me too.
this is a
about
move
every
a guy
guy,
might
yeah.
just do.
Yeah.
And I'll tell one
Because you
story.
want it
Yeah.
to work out.
Yeah. I'll
You're
just be
manifesting.
like, yeah, my mom might have said that about 100 guys.
Yeah, right.
No, not 100. Whoa, be easy. What are you saying? No, I can't believe you called my mother a whore, Robbie.
I'm sorry.
You met her.
I know, yeah, she's a nice
Oh
woman.
my, yeah, she's nice. She would be very fucking disappointed.
I know, I'm sorry.
She said Happy Thanksgiving.
That's so nice to have like an intensely loving mother. It sounds like you had a very intensely loving mother.
She called me this morning. She calls me. I talk to her every day.
That's beautiful.
No, that's not a red flag.
No, I think it's great. It depends.
Okay.
It depends if your mom's controlling over you and you don't see it. Ugh, run. You know what I mean? You know, because it's like, oh, you don't know yet. Oh God, I don't want to be here when the shit goes wrong.
How do you define controlling in that scenario?
Like you know those moms that are like, no one's good enough for my baby. Like, but really, they mean it. They're not saying it to be cute. They're not saying it like, but that kind of thing. I haven't met a lot of guys like that, but I've met a couple that I'm like, oh God.
My mom will take the girl's side over mine.
That's lovely.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah.
I had to one time tell my mother, be like, I'm your son, Mom.
Yeah, but if you're wrong, you're wrong.
Yeah.
I'm on your mom's side on this one.
I know. Yeah. No, you think my mom's controlling? Wow, what a fucking question.
Do I think your mom is
controlling? I'm going to send
wrong.
this clip to my mother right now. Is my mother controlling, Robbie?
What do you think?
Whoa,
I don't think
that's
so.
not a no.
You don't think so? No,
it doesn't sound like it.
She calls me too much.
That's fine. That's mom shit.
If she doesn't call me, she'll like text me a lot.
Yeah.
She'll like really need to know all the details of my life.
I think you play
she's curious
into
about
you. I don't know.
She's funny though.
She's very funny.
She's very dramatic, and she knows
That's
she's dramatic.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds like you got a good relationship with your mom.
Yeah, I kind of. It's gotten better and better. I think
Yeah.
when I was younger, I like pushed her away because I was just fucking around so much.
You smoking so much weed and pretending you weren't high.
I know, and you know it's fucking wild because now like weed is legal. I'm like,
I know.
These kids are so lucky.
Yeah, you can get it at the deli. I buy weed at the deli. I'm like, what the fuck? I used to have to get in a car.
I know.
I have to get in a stranger's car and drive around the block, and now I just go into the fucking deli.
It's
wild.
I love how New York has like done their weed because you go like
Yeah.
Massachusetts, you have to like go into a parking lot store.
Yeah.
I go to the bodega to
Yeah,
get weed
yeah,
here.
yeah.
I go to a truck or a bodega and it's
Yep.
beautiful.
Yeah, it's great.
I still get delivery service though.
Yeah, I do sometimes.
I feel
there's
bad.
There's this place in Williamsburg. I'm
Uh-huh.
gonna shout them out called Mary Jane on Kent Avenue.
Okay.
I've been smoking weed for a while.
Yeah.
I can get through like a whole. I can smoke like a whole joint.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's a lot for me, but like I can't. You know,
Sure,
it's
that
fine.
is a lot.
It doesn't. Yeah, but I'm a stoner. I own a volcano. I'm a stoner.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I love a bag.
Yeah.
Oh, passing around the bag is
Yeah. But this place has the wildest weed I've ever smoked. And like 2 puffs of this one blunt, and I'm like, what? Where am I? Am I in a cartoon? It's wild.
And what was it called?
Mary Jane is the name of the store.
All right.
So
Do they
hit
have
him-
good
hit him up.
edibles?
They
I'm trying
have
to
edibles.
smoke less. I smoke almost a joint a day, and I'm like, I went my whole life not doing this, and now I smoke every day.
That's usually what happens.
Yeah.
Like when you find it later in life, you kind of have a love affair with it.
Yeah.
Because it affects
I
everybody
mean, it's
differently.
incredible.
Yeah, it's great. And then you'll get sick of it eventually.
Yeah.
You will. Like that's just how it works. But edibles, yeah, they have them. I don't know if they're good.
I feel like there's not a lot of good edibles in New York because they're not
Yeah.
like there's no standardized. Like in
Right.
Colorado, they're all like mass produced in a warehouse and they're measuring it out.
They're
Here
like,
it's
what
just
exactly do you want to
yeah.
feel? All right, take one bite of this
Yeah,
candy bar.
exactly.
Yeah, I like that. I do
Yeah.
edibles.
Yeah, me
I don't
too.
really smoke that much anymore.
Oh, okay. I
smoked
haven't done
for
edibles in a
years.
while. It's hit or miss, and sometimes they last
I know.
too
That's
long.
why I'm like, I would need good edibles.
Yeah, you should try that place. I mean,
Yeah, I'm
whew,
going to.
I just got a TV in my room,
nice.
so I know it's. I'm 33 years old. I got TV.
I can watch cartoons.
And so my new thing is I have really soft sheets. So
Nice.
I like cuddling in the soft, take an edible and get in the soft
Aw,
sheets and
that's
look at watch
nice.
TV.
That's
it's
great.
so good.
That's great. That's a good winter activity.
Oh, it's so. My mom goes, "What do you want for Christmas?" I go, "More soft sheets."
Yeah, that's a good gift.
More, because they're fucking expensive.
Yeah, they are. They are. But you know, they're so nice to get into bed.
They're
too.
so high quality. I went to
Yeah.
a hotel recently and I was pissed.
Oh, there was a bad.
It was a bad. The
that
sheet.
sucks.
I'm like, I'm living good. That's how
Yeah.
you know you're living good when
Yeah.
you're like hotels. No,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
like a Hilton, like a normal.
Oh
like,
shit!
Yeah,
That's surprising.
yeah.
That's a bummer. That's like going to a restaurant, getting a meal, and it sucks. You're like, what the fuck's the point?
Sucks.
Why did I do that? It's a waste of money.
Well, I've been cooking a lot.
Nice.
I'm about cooking. Do you cook? Or you?
I'm just starting to.
What are you cooking?
Well, the guy I'm seeing cooks a lot. He's really good at it.
I love that.
That's great.
It's great. He made
Like-
shepherd's pie the other night. It was
Oh.
fucking so good. I ate way too much of it, and like I couldn't walk for like 12 hours. It was just I ate way too much, but it was delicious. I cook just veggie. You know what? I don't cook. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I make fish sticks
I don't cook either
and
at all.
salads.
It's a lot
Yeah.
for us.
I make fish sticks. I cook fish. I dip everything in ranch.
Oh, get out of here! I fucking hate ranch.
I love it.
That's Virginia, huh?
Virginia.
Yeah, that's
Yep.
the Virginia. Oh.
Yeah, I love it. I dip pizza in ranch, dip fish in
Oh,
ranch, chicken
no.
fingers in ranch, French fries in ranch. Fucking love ranch.
We had so much in common, but the thing that mattered most, we don't. Yep. I can't do ranch. I'm so skeeved out by it.
Why?
I think it's like the wet creaminess of it.
It's a salad.
He doesn't like milky things.
I don't like milk.
He does like a milkshake.
milk
Anything
freaks
milky.
Me out. Milk freaks me out.
Ooh.
Milk freaks me out.
Ranch is a little milky though.
The concept
it can be.
Milk is so gross.
It is gross.
Like just the idea of milk is disgusting.
It's disgusting and it's wrong for humans to consume it. Like not ethically, I'm not talking about that, but like milk, a cow's milk is supposed to make a baby cow grow into like a big cow.
Yeah.
Not for babies to drink. Like you're supposed to drink like breast milk.
I know,
baby, but yeah,
I'm so grossed out by the idea.
Me too.
And it came from there, and then they made it cold for a while.
Yeah.
And then
I guess I haven't really thought about the logistics of pretty much all the food I eat.
Yeah.
When you break it down,
when you watch one documentary about food, it'll fuck you up.
I watched the meat when I feel bad for the animals.
Yeah.
But the concept of eating meat doesn't bother me at all.
Yeah, it makes sense.
We've been buying we make sure to buy free range. I've been looking into farms.
Oh, that's good.
You could order from a farm because I'm like, if I'm gonna eat meat, I might as well put my money where my mouth is.
Yeah, and also it's a better quality meat.
Yeah, 100%. And it tastes better. Yeah.
And no one ever gets mad at lions for eating zebras.
No, exactly.
Well, that's what it is. Exactly.
And that's a pretty brutal way to die. I feel bad for the fucking zebra. Just get eaten alive by a fucking lion. That sucks. But that's nature.
I saw some shit about zebras that like they all like when a lion's about to attack, they all stand together because the lion can't figure out which one it wants to kill because there's so many of them.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Wow. And the zebras know that that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
So that's why when one of them's in trouble, they all go together and then they'll even like a pack of like animals.
Damn, that's so funny.
I
Choice
love-
paralysis.
Yeah. But that's like such
just
a
give 'em
chick
too many
move.
options.
Like we're gonna
They'll
confuse
just
him so
want
he can't
nothing.
fuck us up.
Yeah, it's
that's
like going
great.
to the Cheesecake
That's like-
Factory.
Yeah. Too many menu items. You're like
Yeah. I mean, that's like dating in New York.
Yeah.
You don't land
For
on
some
one.
people,
yeah.
Robbie. For some people.
For some people.
You're that meme. You're the guy in that meme. You're like, woo.
No, I don't know what I am.
You don't.
I don't date.
You were too
because
left.
He dates.
I guess a little bit.
What do you talk about? You went on 2 dates recently.
There you go. How'd that go?
Yeah.
What? How are
Good,
you? Apps?
No,
Nice.
because I don't want to be dating, and I feel like that is.
So you
that
you don't
is-
want to be dating.
If you're on
so
a
you want
dating
two
app,
dates.
you want to be dating. So it's like.
Right. Okay. I see what you're saying.
I know
Like you don't
what
want to
I
be too
mean.
thirsty for it. You want it to happen naturally. What's
I
what
don't
like?
even know. I'm like busy. I'm like I can't.
Don't
I don't
point at
want
me.
to.
No one's
Don't
too
point at
busy
me.
for love. No one's too busy for love.
You don't
I
think
agree.
so?
No. Love is
Yeah,
the
I
best
guess
thing
you're
ever.
right.
Love between friends, love between family, but also like love between the person you're fucking.
Love is great, but like there's more than just love in a relationship. I would say.
What else is there?
Like compromise.
I agree. I'm just
time,
curious what your
making-
thoughts are.
Like making time for one another.
Yeah. Right.
Like you
Yeah.
could love. Like I love people that I don't have to see all the time.
For sure.
Which
Yeah.
is
There's
beautiful,
kind of.
and that love is beautiful. But it's like, all
Right.
right, you have to, especially early on. Like people want to
Yeah.
be getting invested in.
Yeah. There's
So
expectations.
it's like, all right, I just don't want to be on. If I'm on a dating app, the implication is that we're gonna go on dates,
Right.
and it's like I don't know if I could do that.
So how did your dates go?
good.
Do you want to
Very-
see him again or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
What'd you like about him?
What do I like
What'd
about
you
them?
like? That's a good question. I love this. No, I never pushed these. Yeah, what'd you like
I went
about
on
these?
2 dates recently. One was a blind date for like
That's fun.
content though, kind of. So it was a pre and post interview
Yeah,
that were
fucking bullshit.
associated
Did they both?
with.
Did she know that?
She knew that too.
Oh, okay, cool. As long as she knew that you
No,
weren't
it was
using her for
somebody-
content.
It was an
No,
MTV
I didn't use
boiling
it. I was the
sports.
content. I wasn't.
Oh.
I was like asked to do this thing.
Okay,
And I was
got
like,
it.
sure, yeah,
Yeah.
it'll be fun. I mean, yeah, the girl was really charming. I like that.
Yeah.
I guess like somebody who's I don't know good to talk. I mean, we sat and talked for mad long. I would say both dates. The second, I don't know, they were hot. Like,
Cool. Sweet.
I
Talking
mean,
is the most important thing.
yeah, like we
Yeah.
were having fun,
Oh.
laughing. It was a good, very easy to talk to. I would say.
That's good. That's good. Those are good qualities. Do you want to
Yeah.
see them again or no?
Yeah.
Okay. Did you tell them that?
Yeah.
You made a
Yeah.
few words.
Wow.
No, I mean, I mean, I'm like, we're doing this 12 days of Christmas thing on
Oh,
the podcast.
don't blame
Where
the
we're
podcast.
going,
Don't blame the
we're doing
podcast.
17
Sounds like an excuse.
podcasts in December, so it's
It
just
doesn't
like
matter.
It does matter a little
I'll
bit.
give you time.
How long does doing a podcast take? 1 hour.
An hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An hour of your day.
He's
You're
got
right.
time.
Yeah.
No,
that's what
I-
I'm saying. You got time if you want to make the time, but it sounds like it's just not something that's important to you right now.
Not really a priority,
Yeah,
I would say.
that makes sense.
It hasn't really been a priority in my life, I would say, the last 5-6 years.
Yeah, that's wise. Well, you get a lot of other you got a lot of shit done when you don't date.
Well, that's
so,
kind
there's a lot of pros.
The streak I've been on, and it's like, all right, I just want to keep doing this until I'm at a different place, I would say.
Yeah.
There's this thing, like, I'm so fucked. Like, I need to be successful
Yeah.
before I want to, like, love someone.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't even know
that.
about that.
I know. My dad was trying to talk to me.
That's the Staten Island shit of like the man being the provider.
I know. And
which is it's just bullshit. But if it's drilled into you, it's hard to not act from that place.
I don't even want to provide.
I don't need the provider.
I'm just like, I need to be okay. I need to be okay.
That's true. What you do. You need to be
do.
like in good working order.
Sure. And
Yeah.
I pay
And
rent.
if success is something that's really important to you, and that's something you're really hell bent on achieving, which you could do with a partner, but you know,
Sure.
it makes
For
sense
sure.
that you'd want to do that before.
Yeah.
That way you enter the relationship feeling really good about yourself and,
Yeah.
and where you're at.
And success, I don't mean like fame. I just mean like financially fine,
Yeah. Yeah.
which is so fucked in New York.
Oh my God, New York assaults your wallet.
It's
Pine nuts.
Ins-
I bought a thing of pine nuts.
Yeah.
$21, a little thing, and I sleep eat, which I fucking hate. I in the middle of the night I'll wake up and then I'll ravage my cabinets and then I'll go to bed and the next morning I wake up and I'm like, fuck. I don't do it every single night, but I do it a lot. And I fucking ate the whole thing of pine nuts last night. $22. Such a waste.
That's the pinoli nuts because they make the pinoli cookies.
Yeah.
And they're so fucking expensive.
They're so expensive.
And
But they're so good.
But here's the thing: they're better because you know the price.
Yeah.
They're better because you know the price. It's not
Yeah.
the cookie themselves. A rainbow cookie's gonna take it any day of the week.
Right.
But you know the price of the pine
It's
nuts.
fucked. Yeah.
My mom stopped putting it in the tortellini salad, the pine nuts.
Yeah. Yeah,
can't
because it's
afford
like,
it.
it's just a garnish.
I know. It's like truly through and through.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, he casually dates. It's nice.
Good for you.
I went on 3. The last date before these like 2 dates was February.
That's almost a year ago.
Yeah, so I'm not really dating.
No,
And I
you're not.
also got
You're not
asked-
dating. Yeah.
So I got asked to do this blind date thing, which was
Yeah.
like somebody was like, "Oh, you want to do this? I'm doing this shoot thing. Sure, let's do that."
Uh-huh.
And then I met a girl at a wedding.
That's
And we
cool.
like DM'd, and we were like, "All right, we'll meet up."
Yeah.
After the wedding, I was at 4 weddings in November. I mean, I just
Wow.
can't like. I'm doing a lot of shit, I would
Yeah,
say. I
and
also don't
it's
know where
like-
my rent is coming from in 2 months.
right.
So
That's
it's
a
like,
lot of stress.
I
That's a lot of
want to, if
stress.
I'm going to be dating, I want to like be able to go out to eat and
Yeah,
like
yeah.
not really worry about it.
Yeah. Makes
I
sense.
would say. So like getting to that point would be nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know,
It's a
my
good goal.
My father gave me a talk, and he's like, sometimes a partner will help you achieve goals. That's
True.
Yeah, that which is true.
That's what he told me.
Like for emotional support, for like yeah, and just also like the way that I was in love with that middle school teacher and I got straight A's, like
100%.
something to that.
I
Oh
know.
no, for sure.
When I was in a relationship, I worked hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a lot of anxiety with like attachment shit and like mom stuff. So relationships are tough, but they're really good learning experiences.
Yeah.
But I feel like at ease. Like when I lived with a boyfriend for 6 years once, and I felt so at ease because I'm like, I know you're here, you're home, we live together. There's no like, when am I gonna see you again? This is your bed's right there, and I was so relaxed and I like flourished.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
How was the breakup?
It was good.
I'm like, oh.
I broke up with him.
Okay.
It was time. I met him when
Yeah.
I was 22 or 23, and then I was 30.
wow.
And I'm like, no one liked him.
Okay.
No one liked him. Like not a one.
Oh wow.
He just is grumpy. He was grumpy and sucked any good energy out of the room.
Oh.
And
you
because-
like
I would
living
imagine
with
you're the
him?
opposite.
Because when we were together, he was happy. Like he was just
Yeah.
happy, and I really liked that side of him. But I think it was my mom was mentally ill, so I was kind of used to like being the, come on, we can do it. Let's go. Let's fucking, I'll motivate you.
Yeah.
And but we had a really good relationship. But like, it was the last Christmas we spent together. He called my mother a bitch.
Oh wow.
Honestly, I loved him for it.
Yeah,
but
still.
But I was like, yeah, this is it. Yeah, that was one of my favorite moments of our relationship. But
You're like, nothing's gonna top that.
he said
Let's
it, and he
just
was
bounce.
like, and my mom was like, what? It was awesome.
On Christmas.
Yeah, on Christmas. Christmas Eve.
Oh wow, even
Christmas
better.
Eve.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was hilarious.
Wow.
But yeah, but the breakup was really hard because it's 7 years. That's
Yeah,
like, that's
living
like,
together.
You're so close.
I lived with someone and we broke up. It's hard.
It's hard, but one of the best decisions I've ever made.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
You learn a lot. It's a lot of pain, but you get through it.
Yeah, I remember I would lie in bed and scream, cry.
Yeah. Yep.
I've never done
Fetal
that
position
before.
shit. Yeah.
I was like, I remember being like, the neighbor. It was the only time in my life I was like, the neighbors are going to hear me crying.
Yeah. So
alone.
you feel like love is exiting your body. But that's the thing that Michael, to bring it full circle,
Please.
Michael Singer, he has this point where he has this great example that I'm like, I fucking try to remind myself of this every day. So say you are in a relationship, you're madly in love. You're like, I can't believe I met this. Oh my God, you're fucking great. The person dumps you kind of out of the blue. So you're in this depression. You're in your house. You're eating pizza. The blinds are closed. You're just watching TV on the couch all day. You haven't showered in a while. Your place is shit. You're just scream crying, all this stuff. And then all of a sudden you get a phone call and it's from the person who dumped you. And she's like, I made a terrible mistake. Oh my God. Can you ever forgive me? Can I come over right now? I want you back. And you all of a sudden have this motivation. You clean your house. You take a shower. You're like, and you that energy didn't come from her. It was always inside of you. So his point is you have access to these incredible like swells of really deep emotions and love without another person. Yeah. So that's why that was something that I read while I was going through that breakup. And I'm like, okay. So,
I've talked to my therapist about this, and because I love someone so deeply, and I was like, I would date. I was like, I don't like anyone. And, and it's like, and she was like, remember that the love that you had for them existed in you, like the same thing, and they were just a key to open it.
Yes.
And so that it still does.
Yeah.
And that's like exactly. I've never heard anyone talk about that.
Yeah,
I got to read this book.
Well, because one of the things that sucks about heartbreak is you think you're never gonna fall in love again. You think you'll never stop being sad.
Yeah.
You're like, this will never. This is you almost convince yourself that this is a permanent state.
I know.
It's a tough state.
But like
a
part
breakup
of me
is tough.
kind of feels. All right, so you said that about your teacher. You'll never love somebody as much as him. So like the
I
first girl
hope
I
so
was in
one
love
day.
with. Yeah,
Still looking
but
for
like
him.
that's what so like my first relationship was not good at the end. It was like toxic. I was still dealing like the bubble burst, like we were talking about that. And it's just I don't know if I fell in love when I was 17, and there's like a different innocence about a person when they fall in love at 17, I think. And I think that's fine and beautiful that I probably never will again. Like in that way. Because you're just like,
well, at
you're
17,
dumb, like
your
you're ignorant to
responsibilities-
so many things, and you like
Your brain
let
isn't
yourself
fully
go
developed.
completely.
Yeah, your brain isn't fully developed. You don't have bills yet.
Oh,
like,
100%.
There's so much less stress that all you can do is like engulf yourself in the love that you feel for this person.
100%.
Yeah.
Which just doesn't exist. Like the world is more practical. I feel like.
Well, to that I say, not with that attitude.
Not for sure. I mean, it would be beautiful to just like on vacation. You could almost fall in love like that. I feel like.
Yeah. So love and stress have play a role with you. I know.
I would say.
Like when you're under stress, you're very tunnel visioned, which it is what it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounds like
guess,
you're
when
more
you're
your
not
heart is
stress
more open
Yeah.
when you're not stressed, which makes me think you should meditate more.
Definitely.
I just took a glance at myself in the camera and I realized I'm wearing a backwards hat. And I feel so stupid during this conversation wearing a backwards hat.
Yeah, get that love.
Oh my God, this was actually really beautiful.
This is great. I love it.
This was really beautiful. That I can't believe what we talked about. I'm gonna.
We covered a lot of ground.
I'm gonna
We did.
shame spiral after you leave. I'm gonna be what did I say? But this was nice. Even Robbie, you opened up.
Yeah, a little bit.
A couple more words. A couple more words.
How do you
about
feel
that.
like? Because you have a platform and you talk about your date. Like, do you? Because I don't want to talk about people. You know what I mean? Like,
don't.
Well, you know what I
I'm
mean?
seeing,
Like, I don't know.
I'm seeing somebody now, but I keep that private.
Yeah.
I don't
Sure,
want like
yeah.
if anything, I'll talk about like if I'm going through my own internal world of like things about me, I'll talk about that. But I don't want to talk about him because that's private. I've learned my lesson.
Yeah. Also, like, who the fuck am I to be like talking about you? You know, that's kind of how.
It's interesting to talk about what you go through in a relationship if something comes up that you need to like figure out or kind of talk out, because that's interesting. The human thought process and trying to figure yourself out is very interesting.
For sure.
But other than that, you don't. Just
No.
keep your relationship to I recommend to yourself.
Sure. It also keeps it special.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll talk about it after a few months after.
For sure.
Oh, you have to.
Yeah, and if they fuck you over, you getting talked about. But like,
100%. Also, they know, Robbie, when they go out with you, you
Yeah, I
kind of
guess
talk.
you're right. Yeah.
They're kind of aware that.
But also, everyone talks now. Everyone's a
Yeah.
fucking podcaster. Everyone has Instagram. Everyone goes
tweets,
live.
Everyone
Yeah.
goes,
And the reality at the end of the day is you're not that special, so it's fine. Like in a good way. Like not in a shamey way.
Sure. Yeah, it's beautiful to realize how not important you are.
It is. It's
Yeah.
like it's relieving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool. So you feel comfortable, Robbie?
Yeah. I just never want.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like an asshole. Like,
didn't sound like an asshole.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just speak from the heart and you're
Yeah,
good.
you're right.
I sound like much a bigger asshole than you all the time.
Yeah,
For sure.
yeah.
For sure. He says.
100%.
He takes the asshole fall, I would say.
Nice.
That's okay.
One of you's got to do it.
Yeah,
it's
for
a yin
sure.
and yang.
Yeah,
You need to-
It's okay to be flawed.
It's
Oh,
great to be
absolutely.
flawed.
Yeah. What are we talking here? I'd rather it be out there than not.
100%.
Yeah. So yeah. Wow. This was one of your Patreon group therapies. So,
Yeah,
This is
sorry.
all one long ad.
Yeah. So go sign up for the Patreon.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you want to plug for the people listening?
Just guys, we fucked. You can listen to anywhere you get podcasts. Patreon.com/Krishna Hutchinson. I do group therapy in quotes because I'm not a licensed therapist. About 4 times a month. It's really fun. And social media at Krishna Hutch, KRYSTYNA.
That's
Hutch.
beautiful. Yeah, everyone should really go check that content out. You've had 500 fucking episodes of your podcast.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's truly amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Consistency is key.
Yeah.
We found.
Yeah, it's just showing up.
Yep.
I love that. Yeah, I'm so happy that you're able to do this. Robbie, anything you want to plug?
Just this podcast. We're about to do this 12 Days of Christmas. Keep like looking out for that. The
Yep.
YouTube. Yeah, just us. 12/16. We have a show.
Oh, yeah. Come
Yeah.
back to the show, 12/16. You could stream that online if
Yes.
you want. Also, we have shows in January. What
Oh
are
yeah,
those
we're going to
shows?
Vermont February 17th and 18th, and we're going to Philly January 6th.
Nice.
6th.
Philly.
And then
Yes.
Connecticut. Do we?
Yeah,
Maybe,
we're going to Connecticut.
Yeah. We're figuring
TBD
that
when
out.
we're going to Connecticut.
January we'll be
January
there.
we'll be in Connecticut.
Cool. And that's it. Follow me all the social media bullshit. All right, Robbie, hit the fucking music.